Okay, so I started a business 6 months ago, and my wife, of course, started a business maybe more than 3 years ago. So why I started a business is because one fine day I went for my health checkup. Doctor said I have high cholesterol, fatty liver, and high uric acid, and of course at the age of 30 years old, and I'm married and I want to start a family. So I've been asking myself, do I want to be a liability to my family, or what kind of assets do I have at the moment? So then because of all these health issues, I was introduced to TR90. And of course, I'm someone, if I don't try the product, I won't believe whether the product works or not. And at that point of time, before I took TR90, I have a very fixated mindset. I'm someone who doesn't, who doesn't like to try, who doesn't like to fail, and I just want to be outside of my comfort zone. But because of health issues, I'm like, okay, let's do it. What's the risk of doing it, right? So then I took on TR90, and then of course I shared my transformation to my friends, and I got really, really good feedback and a lot of questions showing back to me. I'm like, okay, so how should I handle this? So then of course I consulted my wife, and then my wife then introduced me to her mentor, which is now my mentor, Seng, and he shared with me how I should to share with people, and that is how it got me started. And the other reason, aside from health, is really about earning additional cash, right? I spend about 60 to 70,000 on wedding. And all these are all money, and after wedding is like you look at your bank, oh, I only have about 20-30% left, then how? So and every time I want to go and travel and I want to spend, buy luxury goods, end of the day you save money, and after one event all your money is gone. So how can I earn money? So then I look at the income structure, I research about a company, I'm like, wow, this company is the company that I want to work for. Yeah, this is how it got me started. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. I didn't know you only been here 6 months. Yes.
From a human resource perspective,
Yes.
I've been dealing with human resource for a very long time. Whether you believe me or not, when HR says you cannot moonlight, when CEO says cannot moonlight, when your department head says cannot moonlight, trust me, all these same people who say that are investing in something, moonlighting in something, using the Wi-Fi and all this, because they know what to take care of. But if you gong, you just follow. You gonna today in the Straits Times, NWC National Wage Council has asked employers, please allow them to take a second job. You know what they're saying? You can't pay them, and you are not going to feed them. You might as well let them go. Go and get a second job.
And this might be the new norm.
That's a new norm.
I mean, gone are the days of single stream income, right? Maybe you have to look for multiple streams.
Go and ask your HR, go and ask the CEO, what do you say about this? What this National Wage Council said.
Okay, maybe I should share from a millennial point of view, right?
Yes.
For my parents, or for a lot of many other millennials' parents, they are all very traditional. They want you to go to the top school, and then in the hope that you will find the best job, and then after that you work for life until you die. But to millennials like me, it's not the right way. We don't want to work until we die. We want to be able to retire happily and retire still with income coming in. I don't want to retire and end up having to downgrade my life. I want to be upgrading my life. I want to bring my loved ones, my family, or even my parents if they are still around, maybe in 20 years time. So of course they want me to study hard. They want me to work hard. And when I went into this to this business, they'd be like, don't waste your time. Spend your time to work hard. Just in case that if you do this, and then what if your boss know that you do this and then you'll be out of job? What if you do this and you can't focus in your day job? How? So, but the thing is that they don't know that this in this business you're doing it. It's basically you're doing it outside of your work, right? If you're doing part time like me right now, you're doing it outside your work. Is not like you are spending your time during your working hours to do the job. So that is really what I truly love about this business, that I can do it anywhere, anytime. And if I like it, I work. If I don't like it, I don't work, right? So, but I think the end of the day is really, how do you want to have this kind of growth mindset? To try new things, to be open for growth, rather than people who are at the back, having the kind of fixated mindset, saying, "It won't work one lah." Everyone has tried this before, it doesn't work one. Then now that they see that my progression in this business is relatively well, and then they are like they question. Is this business really worth looking at or not? And given the current situation, I'm not sure whether I'll still be employed in my job. So at least right now, given that I am in this business, if today my boss fire me, I hope my boss is not watching. If my boss fire me, I know that I have another plan. So this is what I love about this job.
What are the personality traits of men and women who succeed in New Skin? What are the common traits? You profile people, you also profiled me before, right?
I profiled him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is both men and women.
Both men and women.
I profiled him, profiled you, I profiled Dr. James Shah, I profiled Amy. That was quite a long time ago. It's called 职业病. Go everywhere also profile people, right? I gotta use instrumentation. And it's very science-based. All of them came up with a very consistent behavioral trait. They have a tendency to think of what will go right.
Oh. Is this what you call positive thinking?
No, it's not just positive thinking, it's thinking of what will go right. There's a reason why sometimes when you talk to a very entrenched employee to do this business, they most often take a sit back first, because in corporate they are trained to think of what will go wrong. And if they are thinking of what will go wrong in a business context, and that's for operational, in the business context, we need to think of what will go right and we move forward. And it's not that these people don't think. I mean, Dr. James has a PhD, this guy is a government scholar, although I failed exam, but it doesn't matter, just follow them, right? And you super skill, right? Also very smart one. Your daughter is from Cambridge, your son is from Oxford, right? See? So you guys do think, but the common denominator is, there are three basic traits that are very important for this: drive, optimism, persistence. That's about it. That's about it, right? And it is the thinking of what will go right that will make it successful. That's about it. There's nothing else. Okay, what make the person successful is what's driving the person. People are interested in what is it for me, for my life. That is the main motivator that makes these people successful. They think of what will go right, and they seem to understand that how this organization will benefit what they want, which is there is more to life than what we're having right now. Wow. They understand that part. That's why they're successful. That's why they're here.
So, Joe, you are going to be a father soon, right? And going to move into your new house very, very soon. So that means now got extra demand on money and later on time, right, when your baby comes. So how has this new phase of your life kind of like changed your mindset and your focus on doing New Skin?
Yeah, so as I shared during the earlier part, right, I want to earn additional income because house is coming. I want to get a new car, and I need money for renovation, and my bank account basically depleted because of wedding expenses, and I've realized it, and that's the reason why I started the business. And I think to date, we have a BTO somewhere in Bali. And to date, ever since I started the business for 6 months, I've already made the money for a simple 4-room renovation.
Wow.
So I think that is my achievement. And of course, I'm not a scholar. I'm not a psychometrist. I'm not someone who works at a civil in a civil as a civil servant. I'm just a person, just like anybody else out there, who wants to work hard for the family. And of course, that is what basically spurs me, and what keeps me going. Because if I were to be unemployed, I know that I have additional streams of income coming in from everywhere and anywhere that I have built. And of course, because of the franchising model, you can basically earn money from 54 countries, and that is really, really very, very amazing. And of course, you know, I used to be an ex-national rugby player. I've been playing for 7 years, and you know, I'm not a scholar or whatever. So I kind of bred myself in a way where, you know, because I have obtained trainings like, you know, how to eat well, you know, how to exercise. You know, I just use this you know, to impart other people and to basically teach them how they can actually lose weight. Of course, with the amazing products that the company has. So it's like my knowledge with the company's product, add on together, you make money. Right, so I see this as a very lucrative business, and I look at the trend right now. Of course, you know, obesity is the next, is even worse than cancer, right? The death rate, as you can read from like newspapers and things like that. So everybody is wanting to lose weight, wanting to keep fit, and of course, New Skin is not just you know, a skincare product. Of course, you know, but the New Skin has very good skincare range. So I leave that skincare portion and the beauty portion to my wife, while I focus on, you know, helping to shape up people and to live a healthy lifestyle.
Back to Junwen. So with all your years looking at businesses, investments, stock, right? What do you think is the future of jobs and businesses now? I mean, after your story about Nanya, this might seem like a rhetorical question, but you know, tell us, you know, what you really put on your economist hat and tell us what do you see.
Yeah. Okay. Take an optimistic view, and let's say they find a vaccine maybe in 12 months, 18 months, and let's say it goes away. But I think the mindset of the employer, the mindset of the one doing business, the mindset of the employee will be different. Oh, last time this happened, the fellow cut me first. Next time it could be something else. That means US-China trade will also cut me. Something else, oh, I think I better jaga myself.
Yeah.
Right? So at next time HR tell me don't take part-time job, I also do. Because when the shit hits the fan, they're going to say, oh, no pay leave again. Now you can do your part-time job. Okay? Then if I'm a businessman, I also scared. Most traditional business anywhere in the world probably operate on at best 5% net margin. If the business falls 20%, 25%, you're taking net 20% from your POSB personal account to fund your business. How long can you tahan? I mean, you look at Nanya Optical, how long can you tahan? Even a big company like Adidas, they say, I want to pay rent really. They can, but they say, I want to pay. How? So to me, I think this COVID-19 is merely the trigger that triggered off structural and cyclical issues in the economy for businesses and for employees. So gone are the days you work hard, you run a traditional business, you can earn good money, send your kids overseas. Hard work, but yeah, take some risk, you can make money. Go into a secure job, work for a company like SIA, work for a company like IBM, should be okay. It's not okay. So I think the more enlightened will start thinking whether you're an employee, whether you are an employer, or whether you are a business person. And that's why when I look at this business, I'm very grateful because it ticks all the boxes that I want. Multinational business, but with no cost at all. And the income stream keeps coming in. What more can I want? Okay. But to put it into perspective, about 2 weeks ago, I saw a number. What they did was they took the total stock market losses of the time divided by the number of people who have died from COVID-19. Now, I'm not trying to devalue the value, I'm not trying to devalue the lives that have been lost, but the number then was that for each life that were lost, the stock market's loss was $3 billion per life. That means the repercussions are being felt through the economy. The Federal Reserve of St. Louis, the research team have said the US could be looking at over 30% unemployment in the second quarter. Now, the US economy is the only performing economy in the world. If you hit 30, in fact, the figure they mentioned was 32% unemployment. I can't even imagine what that number is. Well, basically it means 1 in 3 is unemployed. So could it happen to Singapore? Well, if you don't have a plan B or plan A in this time, you better start running.
Yeah, I think just to add on to that, a lot of my friends are like, "Hey, so what shares to buy now? What stocks to buy now?" You know how I tell them. I tell them the best investment now is to invest in yourself. Because if you continue to have that kind of fixated mindset, and if you don't invest in yourself, you will continue to be an employee forever.
A lot of people would think that we are trying to recommend them another income from somewhere. Actually, if you look at it carefully, if you understand the compensation system, we are actually recommending another type of income, which works in and comes in differently from the traditional employment and traditional business kind of income. What if there's a different type of income where you are the least important person for that income that you're making? That means you disappear, you stop working, majority of the income continue to come in. That's a different type of income. So we are not recommending a alternative source or another source or whatever it is. It's a different kind from what you're doing right now. It's called not putting all your eggs in one basket.
So I don't believe that whether is it a good time or is it a bad time. But the thing is that if you don't start now, you will never start. If you continue having this mindset, you will never change. So don't. So my advice is don't because of you have failed now, then therefore you want to look out. Take this opportunity as though you are doing alright at what you are doing now, and basically like what Oliver said, to earn basically another kind of income right now. Because if you are feeling down right now at your work, or whether you're out of job or whatever, you might not be in that kind of right mindset to start to look at this. So what I would suggest, as from a millennial's point of view, is take this opportunity now and at any point of time in your life when you are positive. Because when you're positive, you will attract positive people. When you're negative, you will attract negative people. So don't have the kind of negative mindset in you. Be positive and attract positive and like-minded people like yourself.
I thought I would need both of them. Okay, I have a very, very basic philosophy in whether this business is relevant or not. Okay, it's got nothing to do with COVID-19, it's got nothing to do with when we are booming. Okay, as long as you are eating and you will continue to eat until you're 90 or 100 years old, the income needs to continue to come in, whether you like it or not. Okay, now if you're dependent on an income that's dependent on you being productive, then that particular model is not as effective as what we think it is. We assume that it is effective because most people are doing it. But it is actually a very dangerous one, because as long as you continue eating until 90 years old, the day you drop, the income better be coming in. And there is also one of the dangerous things is we never know what are the future expenses. There is no modeling that can do that. Okay, we will never know what our future expenses are. We need to prepare. And there's no better time than to start way ahead. And that will be yesterday.
In normal times, when people's job is they're good, they're secure, property prices are going up, you talk to them about plan B, they say, yeah, plan B very important. Passive income, absolutely. Hell, I totally agree with you. We must prioritize, but they do nothing. I hope that this time, this very difficult period, really brings the focus home on what is truly important. As I said earlier, this COVID-19 is merely a trigger that set off a forest fire. So do you want your garden to be burned again? Do you want your income to disappear? If you still don't wake up, having been asked to go on no pay leave or pay cut, or your business owe money, and you still think nothing has changed, I don't know who can help you. So I hope that this period sharpens your focus on what is truly important, makes you come forward to look at this opportunity. It's not a plan B, it's plan A triple star. That means I'm going to help you not make just 10,000, I'm going to help you make 20,000 per month. I'm going to help you double. And like what Oliver is saying, this income is not a sales income. This 20 or 50,000 in the future is not made by you. Whereas now the 10,000 is made by you. when you are retrenched, your health breaks down, your company say go home and don't ever come back again, sorry, you won't even get 5,000. But this 10,000, this 20,000, this 50,000 a month is not based on you. It's based on hundreds of people that you have helped to do the business. So I think we need to again emphasize that to me, I have never seen anyone in Nu Skin, once they get the basic right, they have never been retrenched. In fact, some of them have gone into retirement, and when they look at the numbers, hey, maybe there's something wrong here. How come my money went up? I just haven't done anything. Oh, but they say you got people in Singapore growing, you got people in Malaysia growing, you got people in. Isn't that amazing? Nobody has ever been retrenched or dismissed once they get the basics right, and the company thank you every month, then and into the future, and it goes on to your children. I can't think of a better deal than this.